Hello everyone, this is Ian, amateur call sign Kilo 2 India Bravo. I've had a lot of questions about the antenna that I use for parks on the air, and I'll eventually be doing summits on the air as well, but so far it's just parks on the air. So I wanted to make a video to answer everyone's questions about this antenna. The antenna in front of you is a Buddy pole. They're the manufacturer, but the actual antenna is a Buddistick Pro Deluxe. The Buddystick Pro Deluxe is a small, lightweight, portable antenna that it's currently assembled, but it packs down into that black nylon carry case that's leaning up against one of the tripod poles in the grass. The white device that you're seeing leaning up against the nylon buddy pole buddy case there, that's a Rig Expert and SWR analyzer. So let's go ahead and take a better look at this antenna. So it's got a tripod base that's made up of shock cord fiberglass segments. So shock cord means that it's kind of like a tent pole. It's got a bungee cord in the hollow center of the tube elements. So that those tripod legs break down into about 8 or 9 inch segments, and it all packs up into that small black nylon carry bag. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what's called the Versa hub. This is the Versa hub right here. The Versa hub has a BNC female connector on it, and the tripod legs attach into the Versa hub. There's little plastic clips that are attached to the shock cord that you use those to lock the legs into the Versa hub itself. On top of the Versa hub is the actual vertical radiating element, and we'll pan up here a little bit. So it's got two, I think they're 10-inch poles. They're made out of aluminum, and then you've got the coil. It's currently tapped for 40 meters, and that's the black tap. Above the black tap is a blue tap and a red tap. The blue tap is for 20 meters and the red tap is for 15 meters. You can tap this coil on any of those coil tap segments there to get different amateur radio bands. On top of the coil is just a 5-foot whip, and everything is plug and play. It just screws together or breaks down into small little pieces so it can fit inside of the nylon carry bag. Coming back to the Versa hub here, there is a lug on the Versa hub, and this lug is for your counterpoise. This counterpoise is currently set up for 40 meters, so it's got quite a bit of length to it. At the end of the counterpoise, I have a stick that I bought at Home Depot, and this stick is actually for you know, the construction netting around construction sites to keep people from entering a place that they're not supposed to. So what this little stick here is doing is it's holding this kite winder. This kite winder is where you put your excess counterpoise wire. Right now it's set for 40 meters, so it's pretty much all the way out on the kite winder. But if you were to reconfigure this buddy pole for 20 meters or a band that doesn't use such a long counterpoise, you just wind up the extra counterpoise wire onto the kite winder and then stake it out. And this is staked into the ground. And the reason that we've got this staked into the ground is this is an elevated counterpoise. You really want this off the ground. And currently, this is, I don't know, 3 feet off the ground right now. One last thing about this antenna is I've got about 100 feet of coax on this right now going back to the radio off camera. I've also got the 25 feet of Buddy Pole sourced RG58 coax there in the grass. And the reason that you want to get that coax is when you're tuning this with your antenna analyzer, you need to make small, minute adjustments to the length of the counterpoise. And if you've got 100 feet of coax strung out back to your radio, that means you're going to be walking back and forth quite a bit to make adjustments to your antenna, and then going back to your to the end of your 100-foot coax and making your SWR measurement. And then, you know, you're probably not going to be where you need to be, so you got to walk the 100 feet back and make your adjustments and then go measure again. So if you've got a shorter length of coax, you can just hook that up and carry the analyzer around with you with your shorter 25 feet of coax and not have as much difficulty with it. One last thing I want to point out about this antenna is it comes with a connection point on the bottom. That's a standard tripod camera screw hole mount there, and there's an eye hook that's screwed into the bottom of that. And then I've got from Night Eyes, you can find these on Amazon, it's called a cam jam. That's just a hook and a little piece of paracord, and that is going down to a stake in the ground. And the reason that you want to stake this thing down is this antenna, like I said, it's very lightweight. It's meant for portable operations, and it will blow over quite easily in the wind. Right now we don't have any wind at this location, but another reason to run that stake and stake your antenna down like that is the counterpoise wire itself actually puts quite a bit of strain on the antenna, and it'll pull it over. If you don't put a little bit of tension on that counterpoise wire, it'll sag down, and you're going to have a really hard time getting the proper SWR off of that the closer to the ground your counterpoise wire is. So you definitely want to stake your antenna down, and basically that's holding the tripod down so that the counterpoise wire can't pull it over, but also so the wind can't impact it as well. So that's the end of the video. I hope that this has been informative to everybody that had questions about the antenna that I'm using. Again, this is the Buddistick Pro Deluxe antenna from the company named Buddy Pole. 7-3 everybody, and have a fantastic day.